Who is not allowed to purchase a firearm in the state of Florida? The Gun Control Act, codified at 18 U.S.C. 922 subsection G, makes it unlawful for certain categories of persons to ship, transport, receive, or possess firearms or ammunition, to include any person who convicted in any court for a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year, who is a fugitive from justice, who is an unlawful user of or addicted to any controlled substance, as defined in Section 102 of the Controlled Substance Act, who has been adjudicated as a mental defective or has been committed to any mental institution, who is an illegal alien, who has been discharged from the armed forces under dishonorable conditions, who has renounced his or her United States citizenship, who is subject to a court order restraining the person from harassing, stalking, or threatening an intimate partner or child of an intimate partner, who has been convicted of a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence. The Gun Control Act at 18 U.S.C. 922 subsection N also makes it unlawful for any person under indictment for a crime punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year to ship, transport, or receive firearms or ammunition. Now, according to Florida Statute 790.065 subsection 2, the state of Florida also prohibits the following individuals from purchasing a firearm: a person convicted of a felony, a person convicted of a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, a person who has had an adjudication of guilt withheld or imposition of sentence suspended on any felony or misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, unless it has been at least 3 years since probation or other conditions set by the court have been fulfilled, or expungement has occurred. A person who has been adjudicated mentally defective or has been committed to a mental institution by a court. A person with an active warrant. Recently I had this guy in the class and he said, "Hey Ryan, I'm curious if this is gonna stop me from getting a concealed carry permit." And I said, "Okay, buddy, what's the issue?" And he said, "Well, I got 2 warrants out for my arrest." I said, "Yep, that'll do it, man. You are definitely not going to get approved for a permit, and you're probably going to get the police knocking on your door." A person who is addicted to a controlled substance. A person who is an illegal alien. A person who received a dishonorable discharge from the U.S. military. A person who has renounced their U.S. citizenship. A person who has been indicated or has had information filed against him or her for an offense that is a felony under either state or federal law, or as mandated by federal law, has had an injunction for protection against domestic violence entered against a potential buyer, has had an injunction for protection against repeat violence entered against a potential buyer, or has been arrested for any of the following crimes: arson, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, illegal use of explosives, child abuse or aggravated child abuse, abuse of an elderly person or disabled adult, or aggravated abuse of an elderly person or disabled adult, aircraft piracy, kidnapping, homicide, manslaughter, sexual battery, robbery, carjacking, lewd and lascivious or indecent assault or act upon or in the presence of a child under the age of 16, sexual activity with a child who is 12 years old or older, but less than 18 years of age, burglary of a dwelling, stalking and aggravated stalking, act of domestic violence, home invasion robbery, act of terrorism, manufacturing any substance in violation of Chapter 893, attempting or conspiring to commit any such crime, human trafficking, criminal anarchy, extortion, explosives violations, controlled substance violations, resisting an officer with violence, or the following weapons and firearm violations under this chapter: treason, assisted self-murder, sabotage, stalking or aggravated stalking. Now in Florida, the minimum age to purchase a firearm from a licensed dealer is 21 years old. Here's what the law says. A person younger than 21 years of age may not purchase a firearm. The sale or transfer of a firearm to a person younger than 21 years of age may not be made or facilitated by a licensed importer, licensed manufacturer, or licensed dealer. However, you'll see in a video that I'll put right above that a person who is 18 years or older can purchase a firearm from a private seller or receive a firearm as a gift, in my opinion.